Hey everybody, it's Allergy actress Beth Eversole here today to talk to you about love. That's right, Valentine's Day is upon us, and what better way to say I love you than with pancakes? And better than that, how about cinnamon roll pancakes? And even better than that, allergy-free cinnamon roll pancakes. My husband and I have made these like a lot, and they are so good. And okay, so if you don't have anyone to make these pancakes for, what better way to say I love me than with cinnamon roll pancakes? Yeah, let's get started. Okay, first things first. So you got to start out by making the cinnamon swirl that's going to go inside the pancake to make it look like a cinnamon roll. So the ingredients that go in that are flour and the dairy. I do dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, everything-free margarine and cinnamon, and then brown sugar. And then you put it all into a Ziploc bag here. Ta-da! I've already done it for you. I've already taken the liberty of putting them in the bag. And then you mush it together until it forms like this dark brown, like mushy mush. So here, ta-da! See the mush? And then you put it in the fridge for 10 minutes to harden up, so that when you are ready to put the swirl in the pancake, it's hard enough where it won't like just like all over the pancake. So, okay, that's that. On to the main event. Here are the ingredients for the pancakes themselves. You will have baking powder, same or soy-free, blah blah blah, free margarine, lemon juice. This is, you can use almond milk or soy milk, but I actually use cashew milk. I do better with cashews than I do with almonds. Salt, sugar. If you can't do sugar, you're off sugar. Agave nectar works, honey works, or stevia probably works too, but there's a different ratio for stevia, and I don't know what that would be. I know you use less. Flour and arrowroot. Now, for those of you asking, does that have the gum in it, like guar gum or xanthan gum? No, this does not. And I don't, for pancakes, I don't usually add that much gum. It'll say on the package how much you're supposed to add. So if you're adding gum, I use guar gum, or you can use xanthan gum. And that's that. And arrowroot is in place of cornstarch, by the way. Okay guys, let's get this show on the road. So, first things first, you're going to dump everything into this bowl and mix it up. And I do the flour ahead of time with the gum in it, so guar gum. So like for instance, this calls for 1.5 cups of flour. I use the gluten-free all-purpose baking flour from Bob's Red Mill, and it says that you do 1/2 teaspoon of gum of your choice for each cup of flour. So they call for 1.5 cups. So I'm going to do 3/4 teaspoon of guar gum. So I already did that. I mixed it all together so that when you put it in here, it's not like ratio is off with the gum. Okay? Awesome. So we're going to dump that in. Ding, ding, ding. And then, so it calls for 3 melted tablespoons of the dairy-free, soy-free, allergy-free butter. Wow. And then you need 1 teaspoon of that lemon juice, which I have right here. So I'm just going to dump it in. And then you need 1.5 cups of the soy or almond, or in my case, cashew milk. So that goes in. And again, it's 1.5 cups. 1.5 cups. All right. And then we have 3 tablespoons, that's the big one guys, 3 tablespoons of sugar, or you can substitute agave, which is equivalent, or you can substitute stevia, but that, I don't know the ratio of that. I know that you would use less stevia. So 1, 2, 3. And then you have 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Never, ever, ever pour your salt in your thing of your bowl. If you don't know why, I try it, see what happens. So I pour mine over my sink. Come out, there we go. Again, 3/4 teaspoon. So that I'm using half a teaspoon and then another quarter, because half plus a quarter is 3/4. That's the salt. Excuse me. The flour's in there with the gum. Again, that's 1.5 cups of flour, and I did 3/4 teaspoon of guar. And then we have a tablespoon of either cornstarch or arrowroot. You can also use tapioca starch, which is called tapioca flour / starch, as a substitute for cornstarch. But I find that arrowroot is a little bit more of the same kind of texture substance like as cornstarch, so I use that. And again, that is 1 tablespoon. In you go. And then you need a tablespoon of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. And again, baking powder sometimes can have corn in it. This brand, the Hain Pure Foods, does not have corn in it. It has potato starch. Go figure. So that's that. Last thing, again, a tablespoon. Wha. And then you give it a good stir. You whisk, whisk, whisk until it's all smooth and amazing. And then the next thing we go do is we go to the skillet and we go make our pancakes. Okay, so we have our batter, and then we have the pan has been turned on to medium heat. It's a non-stick skillet. If you need to use oil, you can use the non-stick spray if you're not allergic to soy. They put soy lecithin in non-stick spray, so I can't have it, but I can do olive oil. So if I need it, I can use it, but you shouldn't need it. And then, you remember that lovely little like filling thing we made about 10 minutes ago? That's right here. I took it out of the fridge, and I took a little scissor and I went to the edge. Do not cut too much off of this corner, like barely anything at all, like maybe the equivalent of a large pencil lead or something, because if you do too much, it will go right there. And when you flip the pancake, it'll all go all over the pan, and then you will have no feeling in your pancake. So we take the pancake. This dough is thicker because we are doing allergy-free cooking. Everything is always denser when you're doing allergy-free. So you take a little scoop. They say about 1/4 cup is good, but the recipe calls for 1/4 cup. So you drop it in. I do about like half the spatula basically. What you're looking for is bubbling around the edges. If you bubble too quick, that means you're too hot. So you turn it down. Before you turn it, you put the stuff in there. You make your swirlies. And I'm going to do a surprise. So I'm doing my swirl. And you put it right on top of that pancake. And as it's cooking on this side. Let me show you. Oh, it's Valentine's pancake. Okay. And also, if you can see that it's starting to get, like right there, this little bubble right there. So as you get closer to the edge, you're looking for the bubbles and you're looking for them to pop. And that is when you know that your pancake will be ready to flip. So, while we're waiting for it to bubble up a little bit, let me tell you a little bit more about Valentine's Day. Did you guys know that it started as a pagan holiday? And it was called Lupercalia. It was a Roman pagan holiday. And somewhere in like the mid, like 496 AD, the Christians were like, wait a minute here. We don't agree with this, but we're going to keep this holiday and we're going to change it to St. Valentine's Day. And they based it off of, now this is where history gets a little strange, they based it off of like where there were these 3 guys named Valentine and they all did something kind of as a martyr for Christianity. Like one was like marrying people in secret, and then the other one tried to save all of these Christians from the plight of being persecuted. So, I mean, very good, noble men, all named Valentine. So one of them, or maybe all of them, is what that day was named after in 496 AD. And then later in the Middle Ages in like France and England, they decided that this was the day when all birds mated, and so it represented love. And that is when they started doing like, oh, my pancake is almost ready. You know what, my heat's a little low. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. So this is when Valentine's Day really started to kind of take off. The first known written Valentine that is still in existence today was a love poem written by, I think it was, what was his name? Charles, Duke of Orleans, and he wrote a love poem to his wife while he was in the Tower of London. He had been captured in a battle. And so that's kind of neat. Little Valentine to your wife. That's so sweet. He's not making Valentine's pancakes for her though, because he's stuck in a tower. Okay, so this pancake is going to be ready to turn sometime soon. I'm going to grab a cloth and I'm going to dampen it, because once we've flipped the pancake, it's going to take not that long, probably like 30 seconds to a minute to be done. And at that point, you have to wipe your pan down, because any of that cinnamon filling that may have come out onto the pan will make it really difficult to have another pancake cook the next time you put a pancake in. So you want to make sure you wipe down your pan. Still not quite done, you guys. I think my heat's a little low. I'm going to turn it up even more, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. Alright guys, so I've made a few pancakes for you to see. I made them with the normal swirl, and then in honor of Valentine's Day, I made one with a heart. So with these pancakes, you can also do a little topping. I don't like the topping because for me, I just don't like super sweet on my pancakes. But the topping is coconut cream with just a little bit of sweetener of your choice. It could be honey, agave, even sugar. It's a cup of coconut cream and then 4 to 5 teaspoons of honey, agave, sugar, stevia, sweetener of your choice. And then you drizzle it over the top like you would a cinnamon roll, and that's what you get. So, on behalf of myself and my kitchen and my wonderful heart-shaped pancake, I wish you all happy Valentine's Day. Lots of love. This is Allergy actress Beth Eversole signing off. Until next time.